Hi YouTube, welcome to Pagan Perspective. I am Megan. Today is Wednesday and we are talking about funeral rites. Hi YouTube, welcome to Pagan Perspective. I am Megan. This is Wednesday and we are talking about what we think about for funeral rites. What is it in our path? How do we deal with it? How do we approach it? And what maybe our views personally are for our own funeral. So I thought I would kind of go straight to the source on this one and break out the big book. So if I open this sucker up, the big book, oh, that thing is so big. So I have my Book of Shadows. So when it comes to death in my faith, we are believers in reincarnation. And oftentimes we reincarnate into the same bloodline. And one of the ways that we ensure that that happens is that we prepare things properly for death. So we are cremated. Traditionally speaking, we are cremated either on the ocean or on a funeral pyre. So for those that you don't know, that is basically a big pile of sticks. So it is a structure that is built in order to cremate a departed one. And in the water, usually a raft is built, a wooden raft, and then it is set on fire and pushed out. So one thing that is important is that we believe that you are taking a journey, that you will be going to a place that some people call the Summerlands, some people call the Shadowlands. It is a place in which you will prepare for the next life. When all of your previous lives come back to you, where you're able to watch over those that you still love, that are still living the current life, and then you can choose the next step. Now, some people will wait there. Oftentimes, our family members will wait there until it's the right cycle so that they are cycled back in at the right time. Oftentimes, those that are handfasted will wait there for their beloved to pass on, and then that way they can move on together. So I thought it was good to kind of break this out. I realize, unfortunately, I can't just read it to you. So it's not something that I think is something I can really do. I can say that for us, that we do use 3 sacred woods in either the pyre or the funeral raft. So that is cedar, sandalwood, and juniper. And we also anoint our beloved one's body with oil of pennyroyal. So these are sacred things that we do, and it's something that I will want when I pass on. I prefer to be cremated at sea. I have a strong connection with water. For those of you that watch, have watched me before, very strong connection with water. So for me to be cremated over the ocean is ideal. However, obviously, if that can't happen, a pyre is fine. One thing that's important to kind of to note is that it's very difficult actually to get permits to be able to cremate outside of a mortuary. You have to have specific licenses and things like that, and it can take a long time. And so it's a process that I actually have already begun getting all the necessary things in order so that when that time comes, it won't be as headache full, I guess, for my family members. So it's very difficult, and you need to get approval, and you need to be able to obviously cite why, and that it's a religious accommodation. Typically speaking, funerals in the ocean tend to be a little bit easier to get permits on than it does to be on land. Naturally, ocean, it's more controlled. The Coast Guard usually has to be standing by, things like that. On land, it's much more difficult to get a permit. So those are some things to kind of consider. When it comes to Samhain, I think that what's really important is during this time of year, during our new year, it's a time that we remember those that have passed. And so part of our ritual funeral rite is we actually promise to our beloved that we will remember them on Samhain every year, and that we will set a place for them so they know to come back and to eat with us again, and to be able to share and rejoice with us in the coming year. So I think that that's really important. And goodness, I think that's probably it. I know for me, I think, I'm torn between a couple different songs that I think I want playing. At the same time, though, I kind of want my family to sing. My family are all big singers, and we love music. And I think that it actually might be pretty therapeutic if my family were to sing. I think it's also dependent on who's around when I go, so to speak. If we don't have a lot of singers in the family at that point, but that would be something that I think I would also want and would be really important to me. I know I want it to be a party. I really want people to rejoice and celebrate the life that I lived, and to celebrate the next life that I will be going into. And I think that's really important. So that's about it for today, everybody. I think I will see you next month. I think next week is Subs Week, and it's also Samhain. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And this Saturday, for those in New England, Peterborough, New Hampshire, celebrate Samhain. Saturday, I think it starts at 10 a.m., 10 or 11 a.m. Come on out. Celebrate Samhain. Just type it into Google. Come out. We would love to see you. And if you come by, I'm going to be doing henna there. Stop by. Say hi. Say hey. I know you from the pagan perspective. I'm like, oh my gosh, hi. How are you doing? So come on by. Say hi. I'd really love to meet anybody who watches. I think it would be awesome. And plus, it is an amazing, amazing event. We've got just some amazing musical acts coming. Raven Gramasi, Don Hunt from Kachina Aurora. We've got readers. It is going to be an awesome event, guys. It's so powerful. And Lyrian Aptower is going to be running the Samhain ritual at the end of the day. You really don't want to miss this. She does amazing rituals. If you go to my personal channel, and the video entitled Samhain Ritual, that was from 2 years ago at Celebrate Samhain, and she did an amazing, amazing ritual, really focused on the ancestral mothers and homeland, and this very body-centric. She wanted to call the quarters and call on the ancestors without using voice, but instead using body. She was really moved by the body's energy and the ways that sometimes we can be accommodating, because not everyone has voice and not everyone has the ability to have voice all the time. And so sometimes our body can be really important. And I thought this was just a wonderful way of doing it. So there's a beautiful Samhain ritual there. I filmed it in its entirety. So go ahead, check it out. And yeah, so I know there was only like a little... God fucking damn it. I know that there was only a brief peek into kind of what I have in here. Obviously, I can't completely show it. However, a little hint, I might be showing more peaks, so to speak, coming up in November. So keep watching. So guys, until then, as always, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your month and happy Samhain. And as always, blessed be.